Hello again everyone and welcome to another VisionAid video. Today we're looking at standalone text-to-speech readers. We've got a couple of machines to look at. We've got the ReadEasy Evolve, which is about the size of a radio. Nice, quick, fast machine. And we've also got, if you want something completely portable, we've got the new Orcam Read, which is more like a pen-sized device that you can take with you anywhere. So here we have the ReadEasy Evolve. And it's got, in front of it is the contrast mat, which is just a simple sort of plastic coated mat with the cutout the same shape as the base of the machine. It sits nicely in there. That allows the user then to have an area where they know where to place the document. So it doesn't matter which way around we place it. I've got a simple letter here, place it there, and it's just a case of just pressing one button, the capture button on the machine.
Capturing.
And that's it, and it will photograph that and read it back out loud.
NHS, Boston Pilgrim Hospital, Sibsey Road, Boston.
And then, so the first button captures, then we have three buttons for navigation of the document. So the middle one here is stop and start, play and pause. The one to the right, skip forwards, and the one to the left, go backwards, so like rewind. And the final two buttons on the Evolve, two bright yellow buttons, and they're all very tactile as well. So the top button is
faster,
reads faster, and
slower.
The bottom button is slower. And you can also you've got different reading voices. So I've got a voice called Malcolm. He's a male voice. You can have a female voice. So that's quite useful if you've also got hearing impairment. You can just have a voice which you can hear the clearest. And on the side, there's a really nice simple volume slider to adjust the volume, and also a socket for headphones. And you do get headphones with the Evolve, so that if you are reading private information and you don't want it coming through the speakers, you can just plug the headphones in or plug your own headphones into the unit. And when you're reading a book with the Evolve on a small paperback book like this, or well, this is actually a hardback, but it's a similar size to a paperback, you can hold the book open and it will get 2 pages at once. And that's it.
To join in, then it was the turn of
I'm just going to stop it reading, so it will actually read down this page and down that page before it finishes. A unique feature of the ReadEasy Evolve is that it's the only standalone reading machine that can read up to A3 size documents. We can simply disconnect the camera from the Evolve by pulling it.
Camera disconnected.
The machine tells you it's been disconnected, reconnect it into the A3 slot because it has 2 slots.
Camera connected for A3 capture.
Which is now the camera sits slightly higher, and at the side of the Evolve is a little flip out guide, so then I can line my document up with this guide like this, and then now it will capture the whole 2 pages of the magazine just with one press.
Capturing. Recognizing. Recognizing 89%. 2019 Viking River Cruises. On sale now, prices from £1,095 pp. With the world's largest.
And there we go. So it took slightly longer because there was a lot more text on that, because we've got 2 pages full of text, but still a lot quicker than most other machines can do A4. Okay, so now we've looked at the Evolve in its simplest form. For those who want more from the Evolve, there's also available a feature pack. So it comes in the form of a Bluetooth keypad which links wirelessly to the Evolve, and it also can store in the back of the Evolve quite nicely, with also the camera can disconnect and fold in the back, so it makes it a nice transportable system. But this gives you controls for extra navigation, allows for you to do multiple pages, so if you wanted to do an entire book and store it on the Evolve for reading later, you can do. And also if you're doing it using it for study or for work, where you need to work on multiple documents and get them all onto the Evolve. The Evolve's also got 2 USB 3s on the back, so if you need to then export the documents into different formats, you can do. On the keypad at the moment, I've got this cover on, which we call the simplifier. If you want certain functionality, and you might be totally blind and not have any vision, so you might want to just use more navigation and the multiple page functions of the device. But if you do have some useful vision and want to use things like magnification, then the visual controls and extra controls are underneath the simplifier. So I can just simply remove that. And then I've got extra controls to adjust magnification and be able to select things visually that I want to read. Otherwise you can just leave that on and keep it nice and simple. In normal reading, the ReadEasy Evolve will read down in columns, so which is great for newspapers and letters and things like that. But if you want to read something like a bank statement where you need to read across the information, you simply press and hold the capture button.
Capturing as table.
And the ReadEasy Evolve responds with capturing as a table, and then we'll read across the information. Right, so now we've got the Evolve set up with and connected to everything, so you can see what it looks like as a full system. I've got the feature pack keypad here in the centre, and I've also connected it to this computer monitor, which is also a touchscreen. The Evolve is fully touchscreen compatible. And in front of the Evolve, I've captured the page of this magazine, and if you notice, there's quite a curve on this page, but the software in the Evolve flattens it, so it doesn't matter about the curve on the page, it straightens it and also what's called 3D deskews it, so that it remains nice and flat, and it's able to read around the curve. So here we have a mouse pointer, and that's controlled via a joystick, so I can push this left and right, and I can navigate around the document, and I just simply click and point on the word that I want to start reading from. I can control the magnification just by adjusting the wheel, and I can change the colours on the screen as well. But if I've got a touchscreen connected, I can do the same with my finger, so it's really nice and quick and slick. And if I want to start reading from anywhere, I just simply tap the word.
Offer is a wild, untamed beauty and space to breathe on our off-season week in Lake.
Stop. You can also determine how it looks on the screen. So I've got it in this mode at the moment, where we have all the colours on the pictures are still there. We've got the formatting. It looks exactly the same as the magazine. But if I press one of the buttons on the keypad, I can then overlay the text with my choice of colour, but it doesn't affect the actual picture, so all the pictures remain the same. It's also retained the formatting still, so the page looks the same still. And I can also use the pinch and zoom as well, because I'm using the touchscreen, but obviously if you're using it on a television, you just rotate the magnification control. And I can have it white on black, black on white, lots of different colour options. I can press the same button again, and now it reformats the entire document, so now it just makes it in a single column. So now when I read,
A week is Villa Mariella, a quintessential white-walled Italian home in the sleep.
Stop it reading. It will now just continuously read without jumping off the page or anywhere. It keeps it in a nice single column, a bit like an electronic book reader. But if I didn't want it reading back in audio, I could use the joystick and slowly push down on the joystick here, and that increases the speed of the reading, so I could read it myself. The other viewing modes that you can have a single line. I can then change the size of that as well, and then just start it reading.
Family friends with their 2 small children.
Or again, if I want to read it myself, just start it scrolling, and then increase the speed, and click to stop. I can also have it vertically, or a single word at a time, so then I can take that as large as I like it. I could slow the speech down.
Big, disparate group and part of the attraction of Mariella.
So it's all reading the same document, but it's being presented very differently on the screen. So there's lots of different options. On the keypad as well, there's a useful
Document
menu,
management.
which will
Save
I can adjust
document
in
with
size,
voice tag.
where I can save documents, import and export documents, and that's the ReadEasy Evolve.
ReadEasy is turning off. Goodbye.
Right, now we're going to look at a new portable text-to-speech reader called the Orcam Read. So a lot of you will be already familiar with Orcam's existing reading technology, which is, I've got one here, so if I put these glasses on, the one that's magnetised on the side of the glasses, the My Eye and the My Reader, so that these detach to either these frames that come with the device, or you can attach it to your own glasses for reading text that's in front of your eyes. But this new technology from Orcam, it's exactly the same kind of system, but it's handheld. So you hold it, it's a bit like holding a highlighter pen, so it's still nice, lightweight. It's battery powered, so it's got built-in rechargeable battery that will last around about 3 hours before it needs a recharge. The beauty of Orcam technology is it doesn't need a data connection to be able to function correctly, so it can read anywhere. The Orcam Read is a beautifully simple device to use. It's got 4 very simple tactile buttons, so they're easy to feel in different shapes. The first one is the power button to turn the machine on and off. Then you've got a plus and a minus. So when it's not reading to you, these control the volume up and volume down. When it is reading to you, they skip forwards and go backwards. So it's like fast forward and rewind. And then on the end we have the trigger button, that's like a button on a camera where it takes a picture of whatever you want to read and then reads it back. Another great thing about the Orcam technology, it's not just restricted to reading information off paperwork and documents and things. It will read text off any surface. So if you want to read information off a mobile phone screen, a television screen, because a lot of information, especially in hospitals and places like that now, is presented on a screen, it will also read that information. On the end of the Orcam Read, you've got the camera, which captures the image for reading. We've got a built-in LED light, so if you're in an area where the lighting levels are very low, it will automatically switch the light on to capture the image. And then it's got a laser as well, which I'll show you later. That's just used as a guide so you can see the amount of information it's capturing. It's got USB-C for charging, so that means you can plug the connection in either way and it works fine. And then we've got a neck lanyard fitted to it as well, so you can hang it around your neck to keep it safe. And then all the way around the rear end of the device, you've got a 3.5mm stereo jack socket, and you get headphones with it that you can plug into here, or you can use your own headphones or earpieces to plug into that. It's also got Bluetooth technology built into it as well, so if you prefer wireless headphones or wireless earpieces, you can also connect them to the Orcam Read. And it's got a small speaker here and then a little LED power light here. So that's it. It's very, very simple and a really fast and accurate reader. Now let me show you how quick and easy it is to read something with the Orcam Read. So here I have a book, and you simply point the Orcam Read at what you want it to read, squeeze the trigger button down. If you've got any vision, you'll be able to see a laser, and I've got it set to a frame, so at the moment it will frame the area that I'm going to capture and read. And by moving the Orcam Read closer, it makes the frame smaller, so I capture less information, or I can pull it back and capture more, up to an A4 sheet. Okay, so I can do a full letter. And don't be put off if you're totally blind and think, well, I won't be able to see the laser, because we do have users of the Orcam Read who are totally blind. It's just a matter of you getting used to how far away to hold it from the page to how much information you will capture. On this book, because it's a relatively small book, I'll be able to capture 2 pages in one go. So I'll move it in, hold it down, draw it back, and let go.
As going home to mum, I believe in retrospect that a great part of the self-confidence of these 2 people and their partnership was that they each knew who they were.
And stop. And it's really quick and accurate. The Orcam Read also has another reading mode where we've looked at the frame where it capture a large selection of text to read. But imagine we're looking at something like a newspaper, or like I've got a magazine here with multiple columns in. And if I use the frame, it would capture this whole page and read down the columns correctly. But maybe I might see a headline over here and not want to be reading the first 2 columns, just from the 3rd column. So then what I can do is the trigger button, I can just quickly tap it twice. And then the actual frame, when I squeeze the trigger button down now, is changed from a frame to a mouse pointer, which allows me to select exactly where I want to start reading from. So there I've got it in the 3rd column, let go.
Niction of Mariello is the outdoor space, the pool area, with its fluttering white fabric gazebo.
And there we go. So we focused the Orcam to read just from this area here onwards. So there we go. 2 brilliant pieces of text-to-speech reading technology, the Orcam Read and the ReadEasy Evolve. So if you do need any further information or want to arrange a demonstration, please do get in touch. And thanks again for joining us. Bye.